And they are 1, 2, 3. So Vanderbilt we see here. Now in the fours, as you know from the bridge, the coxswain is sitting up under there like a bobsled, and it's really a great place to steer the Heather Charles because they get to see the whole thing. So here's Vanderbilt, bow number 1, looking extremely strong and professional, I'd say. Long strokes. And then on the inside is
that's
bow
bow
number
3. So just a moment ago, we were in order, but we are no longer. Bow 3 overtook bow 2 just in front of the Cambridge Boat Club.
Had to pull aside here, and bow 2 is here and now going to get back into the race. Bow 2 is Mercyhurst. Bow 4 is made up some good time, and that is Oklahoma City. All right, Oklahoma, welcome, guys. And their coxswain is going to be able to take a pretty good line into the finish. Now we've got bow 5 in this blue shirts, and that's UC Santa Barbara.
This is 6 out the front.
Oh, excuse me. This is bow 6, which is Emory-Riddle Aeronautical University, in Daytona, Florida.
And then that's your UC Santa Barbara.
And they're doing a great job. And that's UC in the gray hull, UC Santa Barbara, doing a great job. Hey, Tom, that's just totally awesome. Okay, and now we have bow number 8 in this yellow hull coming up, and that is Drexel. And, they're, Drexel, we want to keep them going, though. They're, here we go. Yeah. No, they've decided to take the other bridge. Cox's hand is up, but, there's really nothing to do for us. So that is tough because Drexel is having a great race. And before that, here's bow number 9. That's Michigan's Rowing Association. Large senior class last year in Michigan. So this is mostly new guys, but they're holding their own. On the
bow
inside,
12.
The white hull is bow number 12. That's UNC men's crew.
And they're charging up through Marietta, who is bow number 7 in the black hull.
First UNC crew we've seen, I think, here today.
I think so.
Okay, and then 10, that must be UVA, Rowing Association, in their big fall event. So great on both parts.
And coming up in the pink jerseys is bow number 15, Bates College. They're having a great row. They're motoring through some of the lower bow numbers here, and with no one in front of them, they've got to be happy. They can smell the finish line from here. What a perfect line. They've set themselves up well on this turn. You see very close to those port buoys, now headed into the final turn. Well rowed, Bates.
Okay, and now behind them, the white hull is Lafayette. And great to have them from Easton, Pennsylvania. This is a student or club program. They're competing with collegiate programs. And was that 11 in the green hull?
Green is Notre Dame. That's
Notre
17.
Dame.
17.
Notre Dame in the green hull. 17 doing very well. And then 11 in the white hull.
13.
And 13 behind in the white.
Marist and Vermont.
Vermont. Haven't painted their gear yet. And so that all-white group that went by. Okay. And now we have with BC equipment, but maybe somebody else. That is BC. BC in the gray hull with the crosses on their blades, 16. And then over close to us, made up their time on BC, boat number 18, which is Arn Coast. Haven't seen them in a while. Just a great, historically a great program. And then 19, dark hull is Grand Valley. Several members of the novice men's 8 that was second in the Dad Vale last year. So great to see Dad Vale. Okay, now with this green blades, slightly higher cadence, is boat number 21. That's Loyola. And Loyola University from Baltimore. Doing a nice job here. And I think probably rowing Baltimore Harbor. Behind them, 24 in the white hull. And that is La Salle rowing. Young crew coming back from a great program last year. And now we see in Washington University is Washington St. Louis is here, bow number 20. Looking along, nice line of the coxswain. They are trying to hold off bow number 25, San Diego. All the way from San Diego, welcome. We enjoy going out to race in your regatta every spring.
26 is Stetson.
26 from DeLand, Florida, Stetson. Stetson became a varsity program in 1993. And they've got an alum who's represented the U.S. at the Coastal World Championships. They've got a history, and Stetson has a great place to row. I've been down there rowing. A lot of crews go down there in the spring. Big lake.
22 in the black hull and black and tight on the buoy line.
Tight. The inside crew in the dark hull is boat number 22, University of New Hampshire in Durham. And out here on the outside with the white hull, at 27, is Carlton from Ottawa, Canada. First time at the head of the Charles since COVID. And bow and stroke have some Canadian rowing credentials. And now in the red boat is 23 is Liberty University from Lynchburg, Pennsylvania. Virginia, excuse me. This is the men's varsity 4, and Callie Perini from Michigan is her coxswain. Great job.
Should see Brandeis, Miami, and Arizona State. Oh, God, we have a lot more. What am I saying? 2 on this page.
Do we move the tent over here when it rains? Because this isn't waterproof.
No, I think we ought to just move ourselves. What we're going to do. Let's just climb under the table.
Yep. Okay, so we got a little bit of gap here. This happens as under their tent. Move. They would not love us. We don't love that. A little bit inside here. This is bow 29 coming up now. This is Miami University from Ohio, from Oxford, Ohio.
About 30.
And behind them, bow 30, Arizona State from Tempe. The only collegiate rowing team in Arizona in her 20th anniversary. And there is water left in the desert. And that's 33. Behind in the white hull is Clemson. And moving along.
5 is behind them.
And behind them in the yellow hull is 35, University of Rochester. So we're noticing there's been a lot of movement in this field here. Yeah. Tom is noting he's refreshing the results, and we're getting constant change.
34 is next.
Okay, and this is a Middlebury crew coming now. Boat number 34, the dark hull. Middlebury Blades. Close on their heels is boat number 36, is Michigan State University. Yeah, I recognize the Michigan colors. And then
39.
on the outside black hull is 39.
Inside on the black hull is
Inside,
39.
39. Excuse me.
Calgary.
The Riverside Blades is the University of Calgary.
And they've
Really
gone
doing
through
well, and they've just gone by 32 in the
High Point University.
High Point University in Carolina, which is in the purple hull.
And next we've got another entry from Gordon College in Wenham, Massachusetts.
Gordon College 31 in Wenham, and they have passed 28 on our side, which is Brandeis. Wow, local school. And on the outside with those ends, could that be in the... We're going to apologize on that crew. And then Delaware in the white hull and the blue blades following up.
The purple blades was Northwestern
Gotta
from
be
Evanston,
Northwestern,
Illinois,
yeah.
for sure. We missed the bow number, but they were indeed 38, already through the bridge.
And they were wearing Northwestern colors, so that's the giveaway. Yeah, we did that. Good. Well, we have one. Don't we have? Calgary went by. That is okay. That is the field for the men's collegiate 4s. Just getting a little sprinkling, and I'm happy to have the results here coming right up. You know, we were talking about how mixed up the field seemed to be. The results prove that. Bow 17, Notre Dame University was the winner of that regatta. Now, well done, Notre Dame. Winning time, 16:12. I'm betting on the conditions. That was not a record. We'll get some confirmation on that. Second place, bow number 24, LaSalle. Bow number 25 was third place, San Diego. Bow number 6, fourth place, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical. We got some new names up here, and bow 15, Bates, was fifth. So that is quite a jumble of results. And no record, we are sorry to say. But great news altogether. Do you want my phone? Because you're losing battery. That's why I was going to give you my phone. Okay. Next event will be the Women's Collegiate Fours. That started at 2:58, so they're 9 minutes in right now. And they probably are not at Weld yet. I'm sort of guessing that maybe the leader only is at Weld. But they've got some nice conditions. This may not be ideal spectating conditions. I see the umbrellas going up wisely. Wondering where our umbrella went.
I know, it's definitely not ideal conditions for announcing today. I feel like the local meteorologist who gets stuck out in the storm to show just how windy it is.
So, but all in good fun. It's so as we had not great weather for spectating, but really good weather for rowing, because rowing is a sport you heat up in, and this is going to keep you cool. And we've got a little tail breeze looking
Well,
all
it's
the way
got to
down
be
the
great
course
weather
here.
for rowing with the number of course records that were broken today. 15 yesterday, and almost too many to count since you and I have been on the mic. So some tough records to beat for the returning rowers for next year. Well, Greg, despite the change in the weather, we're getting a little bit of rain here at the Cambridge Boat Club and a little bit of wind, but the fans are really sticking it out on the Eliot Bridge, so we appreciate that, and we know the next event is going to deliver some excitement. The Women's Collegiate 4 was one of the few records that was set in 2019, so that's very interesting. The Women's Collegiate 4 a record was set by Florida Institute of Technology, FIT, back in 2019. They're starting second this year, though. It's going to be Barry University from Miami, Florida. That's going to start at bow number 1. FIT will be second, and Boulder back at bow number 3. Many of these rowers only just started rowing in college as walk-ons. It's very typical in this division here. And for many, it will be their first head of the Charles. So let's hope they all have a great race.
And it's so important, I think, just for the sport that we still have schools that allow walk-ons, because most of these big universities have no interest in walk-ons whatsoever, and it's almost impossible as a walk-on to be competitive in 1 year. It takes 2 or 3. So this is good for the sport. It's good to keep it all going. And Ellen, good news, here they come. So we're seeing our side, we're seeing people coming around the bend.
Record holders.
And the FIT, current course record holders, have put themselves in front. They started second. Now they're in first place. Nice looking rowing, actually. Good steering.
Yeah. They're ahead of bow number 1, Barry from Miami Shores, Florida. Barry was second in the 2021 head of the Charles in this event. And the FIT crew is quite new. They are not the same rowers from the course record-setting crew, averaging just 18 years old. So the young future of FIT is right out in front in the black hull and the white blades.
Okay, and they are followed by boat 4, the white with the dark red. That's Lafayette from Easton, Pennsylvania, not known as a rowing power, but Lafayette is boat 4, and they are gunning down boat number 1. Great job, Lafayette.
Yeah, and Lafayette had gone through Colorado, probably somewhere out in front of the Newell Boathouse, I would say, based on the spacing here. Bow 3 is the Colorado crew from Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah, so all the way from Boulder is this is bow 6. This is bow 6. This is Bowdoin. Bowdoin doing a great job here, bow 6. So they have made up some time. They've got some pretty open space for them. They can just crank it through to the end of this race. And now we have coming up on us a very tall sitting coxswain, so we can't see the number behind her.
Bow 5.
This is bow 5 and the dark hull inside on the corner. Coxswain sitting up quite upright. Got her hat on. And that is Jefferson University of Philadelphia. Great place. And then bow 8, just to the outside of is Embry Aeronautical from Daytona Beach. We're starting to see them more. Bow 9, dark hull against the buoys. And that is William Smith, Hobart William Smith. And they're doing a nice job in 10 here. Is this tightly packed? That's Clemson. Clemson crew. And now, that's a nice streak of boats. Bow 7 is Bates with the gray hull. Perennial power in the collegiate level, followed by boat number 3.
That's the Colorado.
That's the Colorado. Boulder, Colorado. Out of Boulder. Bow 3. Welcome, Boulder. Keep it going.
Bow 12, Northwestern women.
And now bow 12 from Northwestern with the purple blades with the ends on it. And behind them, bow 15, which is Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's also a young crew, averaging just 19 years old, and they're putting pressure on that Northwestern crew as they both go through in single file the Eliot Bridge.
And our statistician says that Vanderbilt is doing very well on time as they go down the course. And now we have boat number 13 here, which is Collgeiate College from Sydney, Maine. And they are welcome and coming to course, and they're holding off.
The green hull is Washington from St. Louis, Missouri. That's bow 16 in the green hull, rowing.
And unfortunately, you can't see it on the bridge. Very snazzy paint job on that Washington hull. Bow number 16.
Bow number 11 in the white hull, closer to the buoy line. That's the Manhattan crew from Riverdale, New York.
Right, Manhattan, which doesn't have a big program, and rows, I think, on the and some Spoot and Dival area. Okay, and this is bow number 17, and that's Middlebury, who's really good participant, regularly here at the regatta, and we're treating them some Middlebury kind of weather for a second. Looking through, and now we've got a little bit of a break here.
Doing a nice job on the buoy line is 14, though. 14.
Okay, and the red hull here. This is Liberty. Liberty University in Lynchburg is varsity 4. And doing a great job. And behind them, bow number 19 is Gordon College. This is a great job. Gordon College, way to go. Chewing it up.
18.
And 18 behind them is Trinity of Hartford. In the dark hull, white blades with the gold stripe.
Yeah, so that's been a number of entries from Gordon College and doing a great job. This is a competitive field here.
I'm
And
surprised how many entries they've gotten in.
Yeah.
No, so that's an excellent job.
must be a huge percentage of the school population that actually comes out for crew.
Okay, and here on closest to the club, it's got to be none other than Skidmore, which started, Penn State, excuse me, bow number 21. Penn State, close to us. And on the inside of them is bow number 27
Carlton from Ottawa.
with Carleton College from Ottawa. And they've obviously made up a lot of time, and they can sort of see those puddles right in front of them. Another crew to chip off. Here we've got bow 23,
Illinois from Champaign.
which is Illinois, Champaign. And they are giving us no other information, but welcome out here, the Fighting Illini.
22 is Amherst.
22, Amherst, in their purple, very traditional purple, coming down the course.
And in this pack of 3, we've got 24 leading.
24 in the dark hull is leading this group.
Franklin Pierce.
That's Franklin Pierce. 25 on the outside here is St. Lawrence. Uh-oh, now we've got to break it up, guys.
That's Bryn
push 'em
Mawr
away and go.
in bow 20, tangled up a bit with bow 25,
20
St.
and
Lawrence.
25 are
29 is hoping
in
to squeak
discussion.
through.
29 is going to get
Wesleyan is
a little-
trying to
Are
squeak
they
through.
gonna get a
Holy
gift here?
moly.
No, they are not getting a gift here.
So quite a tie up here. So
Yeah, referees are going to be busy. And this is 28.
Smartly-
Good coxing, 28. Good coxing.
that's the University of New Hampshire.
UNH going by there on the bridge. Okay, and now, 25, trying to get going. This is, sorry to see that, because that's a lot of rhythm broken.
But it does look like all rowers unscathed.
Good point.
2 of the
Everybody's
3
healthy.
are already back underway, and it looks like the 3rd is about to go.
Yeah. So, there'll be a few.
Yes, the 3rd crew is underway, so everybody is healthy and back on track. But bow number
Okay,
37
bow
is
number
charging up.
32 here.
32.
This is bow number 32, and this is Georgia Tech. More rambling wrecks from Georgia Tech, and the coxswain are properly attired for the weather. And they are going through, and she is probably telling them that they have been gaining. And there is bow number 26 in the dark hull. That's Mass Maritime. Glad to have them here. They happen to row on a beautiful pond, long pond, down by the canal. And just be great to have these midshipmen getting used to the water all year round. Okay.
Bow 30 is next, Con College. College.
That's Conn College in the white hull with the striped blades on the inside.
34.
Started at 30th, and they're being pressed hard by bow number 34, which is Merrimack College. Welcome, Merrimack. Small community college up on the river. Great to see you. And now bow 31, the white hull, is Miami University from Ohio. Welcome. Followed, that's got to be Simmons, right?
33 Simmons.
33, local Simmons. And I think that's the first Simmons crew we've seen,
Yes.
which surprises me. They row just downstream out of the Riverside Boathouse, and coached by many years coached by our good friend, who's passed away, Nick Kermakoff.
His successor was the Ukrainian guy who brought over those
That's right.
Ukrainian crews, right?
That's right.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So, Ellen, is that it?